Hi everyone, I hope everyone's doing great, and this is the Project Gratitude card. This card is should be handed out or will be handed out by your faculty chairs to you soon. And basically these are cards that we want to write on the back, like our gratitude to the people that we're speaking to, the service providers, whether they're aunties, uncles, or whatever age group they are in. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you how to jazz it up a little bit. And yeah, so all you need for these are strips of pattern paper. Now if you don't have pattern paper, you can just use like construction paper like this red ones, or for me I had this leftover pattern paper from some other things that I've done. So this is, if you notice, my style is more grungy, so my stuff are just mostly brown, very dark colors, muted colors. You also need, if you want to do one of the cool cards I'm going to show you later, you need some ink. Now, the ink that I'm using is the one that's usually used for scrapbooking. This is Versacolor red, but you can also, and here's Distress Black ink. But if you don't have these, it's okay. You can always go to your office supply store, get those for doing like those date stampings and stuff, or those for official documents, whichever. Or you might not even have to go through that step. You can use like a pen and do the edges, as I'll show later. The next thing you probably need a pen. So get yourself a pen. I'm choosing like a 0.7 Pilot Choose pen. Yeah, just so that I can get thicker lines, as you'll see later. And you need some buttons. So you can go and grab your endless array of buttons. Yep. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to use this is called snail glue, or glue tape, kind of like a correction tape, but it dispenses like glue dots instead. But if you don't want to get these, and I do think you shouldn't get these, you can always just use like regular glue, which are relatively dry. So try to avoid like those school glues, because they're really wet. Get like those glue sticks, or even like a double-sided tape will work. This is about half an inch, which is about 1.2 centimeters. Okay, you realize that most of my strips are longer than the paper, and that's intentional. So you'll see how you can use these are kind of like a method to make have a cleaner cut. So using a scissors, what I'm gonna cut like a flag pointed shape out of these red one, like this. So you get two edges here. You can just cut from the two edges in. Okay. Okay. Next, I'm gonna get something that's a little bit thinner. What's that? Okay, a bit thinner. This like cool green white pattern. I'm gonna have this go around here, and I'm also gonna do the flag shape thing as well. So I'm gonna do that. Yep, here. As you see now, I'm not too concerned about like whether or not it's like completely matches and stuff. Okay, that's kind of like the beauty of it. So I'm gonna stick this down to the bottom of the card. About this much in. And this on top of that. Oops. Basically you get something like that. Now this is why I usually have something a bit longer, because I can simply snip it off and have a cleaner finish. Okay? And to add just a little bit of jazz onto it, I'm gonna put like a brown button onto it. Now this is not fantastic glue, as in glue tape, because they are kind of so if you want to get a button on, I would advise maybe like perhaps to make sure it doesn't fall off, use Yoo-hoo glue instead. So this is a simple way that you jazz up the card. Cool, huh? Okay, so this is one. So I'm gonna use two designs, one on top and one below. So this is about it's about 2 cm, no, 1.8 cm. It's about 3/4 of an inch. Okay. And this is 1 1 inch, which is about 1.2. So same thing, I'm going to stick this to the bottom and this to the top. Okay, same thing, we're gonna snip it off from the corner so that you have a clean finish. Okay, now grabbing a ruler and your pen, we're gonna do something called framing. We're gonna do something called full stitch lines, but you can also use like clean line as well if you're not too patient. What we're gonna do dotted lines that's gonna surround like the sentiment that's on your card. Same for the other one. Okay, so for the purpose of this, I've framed it up, and I'm just gonna put a button down here. Right, so here's the first one, here's the second one. Okay, and I'm gonna take a piece of pen and paper. I'm gonna like cut it about here so we don't have to waste too much of it. Okay. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna tear something that will like reveal kind of like these sentiment here, as you will see. So we're just gonna use a pencil. I'm gonna estimate where the word thank starts from. It's about here, and I'm gonna draw like a small little line over here. Okay, so what you do is to reveal the edge of tearing, tear in this direction. So suppose, no sorry, tear in this direction. So grab this and tear along that line that you've just drawn carefully, and just tear until you get something like that. I'm not going to do that for now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take like ink of this. You can do this with normal ink as well. What this does is that to the edges that you have torn, and therefore you reveal this kind of like a white band, right? And you can distress it. And what I'm going to do, and to the corners as well, I'm going to do that as well. Okay. I'm going to stick it down. Okay, now because our fingers are going to be stained, I advise you not to touch into the white parts of the card because you will definitely show. Alright? Just snip it off. The same way that we do, we'll extend a little longer than usual so they can snip off to have a clean finish. Okay, I'm just going to distress that corner which I didn't because I have to snip it off. Okay, so here I got this thick chipboard sticker of a bee. If you don't have chipboard, it's fine. You can use any sticker. This layout will work for anything really. And stick it around here. Because this is if you don't have buttons and you rather get stickers from like the co-op instead. You can do that with this. Right? So here you have this, and this. You're going to use just like this pen. I'm going to show you how you can just do a simple decoration here that can still make this look pretty cool. So what I'm going to show you is a technique called zentangle. I'm going to put the word I'm using down to the D box. But the idea is really simple. And what I'm going to do, let's say I'm going to do like some flowers and some random what do I call that? Curve lines, yeah. Okay. Ideas of zentangle is to fill the spaces with patterns that you make on your own, like with your hands. Sorry, with the pen. So here I'm gonna like do some strange comma like things. Okay, so this is how my card looks like after that. I did it just this with a pen. So you can do a lot of things. You can do checkered lines, you can do dots, you can do just shadings, you can do scribbles and stuff. So just doodle your way into this thing. You can probably I'm sure a lot of you can do like infinitely better job than this. And you could like I think how we can make this even more personal is like to all the spaces down here you could write the person's name or your own name, right? With like a black marker or a black pen, and thank them for it and write your message behind. Alright. Some other ways you can add extra like pizzazz to something, right? Grab like paper clips, for example, that you have since forever, clip at a corner or something. It draws attention to the area as well. So just let your creative juice flow and just do what comes naturally to you. Well, thank you guys for watching and hope you have a great time doing Project Gratitude. Bye.